Register now for Petra's 9th annual Car Audio Expo. Apple sues Samsung, ebooks surpass real books, James Cameron talks 3D, and Playbook fails to impress. I'm Kaylee Moscow, Web Marketing Coordinator with Petra, and it's time for the Petra 5 in 5. I'm geared up and ready to go with the 5 hottest electronic news stories of the week. Petra's 9th annual Car Audio Expo is only 2 weeks away. Can you believe it's almost May 1st already? I can't. And it's an event that you do not want to miss, with vendors including Clarion, Garmin, Pioneer, Power Acoustic, RE Audio, Scosche, SiriusXM, and Whistler in attendance. Petra's manufacturer partners will be on hand to showcase their newest products and technology. The event is free to attend, and Petra will also host a live webcast on Petra.com for those unable to make the expo in person. Keeping the action going, events will include Installer Olympics, manufacturer giveaways, and door prizes. Dealers can get more info and register online at petra.com/carexpo. Registration closes tomorrow, April 21st, so you'll want to head on over there now. Growing up, we always heard that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? Well, Apple doesn't think so, and they're suing mad about the fact that Samsung slavishly copied the iPhone and iPad when creating the Galaxy line of cell phones and tablets to quote, rather than innovate and develop its own technology in a unique Samsung style for its smartphone products and computer tablets, Samsung chose to copy Apple's technology, user interface, and innovative style in these infringing products, end quote. Burn! The lawsuit shows side-by-side comparisons the iPhone 3GS, which was released in June 2009, and the Galaxy S i9000 model, which was released in March 2010, and the picture alone is kind of damning. To me, the Galaxy S is kind of like the fake Gucci you bought from someone's trunk. Sure, the lining's different and the hardware is wrong, but only someone looking closely would know the difference. They're just that similar. Samsung isn't taking the suit laying down, saying they have, quote, no choice but to respond strongly, end quote. What's interesting here is the fact that Apple bought $5.7 billion in parts last year from Samsung. Everything from flash storage to displays. So is this really a cage that they want to be rattling? The publishing world is changing, with ebook sales topping all other formats, including paperbacks and hardcovers, selling 90.3 million in February, up 202% compared to the same month a year ago. This is the first time that ebooks have ever beaten out traditional formats, bolstered by post-holiday ebook buying by consumers who received e-readers as gifts. With the Amazon Kindle, Sony Reader, Barnes & Noble Nook, Borders Kobo, and iPad all changing the way people read, the way that booksellers view the industry is changing as well. Earlier this month, Barnes & Noble executive Mark Parrish predicted that traditional book retailers only have 2 years to adapt to an ebook-centric industry, saying, quote, the book business is changing more radically now, and quicker than movies or music or newspapers now, because we're doing it in a matter of months. The next 24 months is when this business will totally shift, end quote. You can find Petra's selection of e-readers and accessories in the computer section of the Petra website. James Cameron made an appearance at the National Association of Broadcasters show last week, and as an expert in 3D, you can guess where the talk turned. Cameron told the audience that he believes that high-quality glasses-free 3D is 5 years out, and in the meantime, passive glasses 3D TV will win out as a solution over active glasses due to convenience and lower glasses cost. He then went on to talk about sets, saying, quote, I believe that passive 3D sets will become widely adopted. The next threshold beyond that, which is 2 to 3 years or as much as 4 to 5 years out, is high-quality, full HD resolution large screens that have multiple viewing angles that don't have glasses at all. That is the point where the curve will go ballistic. Broadcasters need to be ready for that, end quote. Cameron isn't just sitting by waiting for this to happen either. While at NAB, he announced the formation of the Cameron Pace Group, a joint venture with cinematographer Vince Pace that will be active in every aspect of 3D production, from movies, TV, and live events to cameras and creative services. Well, that's exciting and all, but if I'm going to have to wait 5 years for a great 3D TV, I'd rather you just start developing me a flying car instead. That's right, I'm back on that. So we've all been waiting for what seems like forever for the BlackBerry Playbook to arrive, and it's finally here. And rather than arriving to fanfare, it looks like it may be coming out to a big wah wah. Yeah, the Playbook, Research in Motion's new tablet, has received mostly negative reviews from the nation's top critics, who weren't fans of the tablet's lack of native apps and email. The Wall Street Journal praised the user interface, but slammed the Playbook's odd system of not including internal email or apps, Basically, the fact that without a BlackBerry phone, the tablet is useless, leading the journal to not recommend the Playbook over a standard tablet. The New York Times didn't hold back either, saying that it was crawling with boring ideas and criticizing the paucity of apps, the lack of native email, its Wi-Fi only status, and to quote its most cutting phrase, in its current half-baked form, it seems almost silly to try to assess it, let alone buy it. Ugh, end quote. In response, Research in Motion's co-CEO Jim Basile says that criticisms are misguided because they ignore Research in Motion's base of BlackBerry faithful, noting that 60 million BlackBerry smartphone users can pair their phones and Playbooks to read emails and connect to the internet, saying, quote, "I don't think that's fair. A lot of the people that want this want a secure and free extension of their BlackBerry." End quote. Awesome. So this tablet is designed only for BlackBerry customers. All others, please stay behind the velvet rope. Got it. That's your Petra 5 and 5. Have a great week, and we'll catch up with you next time for more hot industry news.